Imagine a marketplace like this one here in Shanghai, where you could buy pretty much absolutely everything at any time of the day or night. Since its initial public offering here at the New York Stock Exchange on September the 19th, 2014, one brand has gone from complete obscurity to an international overnight success story. It's created a massive online marketplace. On that historic day, the Chinese brand Alibaba raised a massive $25 billion through this exchange, going from obscurity to the largest IPO in history. Alibaba is one of three market-driven brands which combine to make up about half of the value of the BrandZ top 10 most valuable Chinese brands for 2015. Tencent and Baidu, the internet giants, Zhang Menren, are the other leaders. Two dynamic forces have been in play shaping this brand's phenomenal success. Chinese consumers are connected and e-commerce is taking off here in China big time. Just like Steve Jobs of Apple, one man and his vision, stamina, character and daredevil attitude had the guts to take on Silicon Valley and, well, dare I say it, win. His name is Jack Ma from Alibaba. Today, Ma is China's richest man, worth a staggering $21.8 billion, thanks to the firm's recent IPO. As they say in Chinese, buka sui, unbelievable. Ma famously thought of the name Alibaba and its association with a magical cave while in a San Francisco coffee shop on his first visit to the US back in 1995. He asked the waitress what she thought and was told it made her think of Alibaba and the 40 Thieves. For good measure, he then asked another 30 people outside on the street, and regardless of their own origins from Tokyo to Germany, most knew of the story of Alibaba and how the words "Open Sesame" revealed the cave's treasures stolen by the 40 Thieves. Alibaba, a kind of businessman, eventually outwits and defeats them. It's a strong brand association. Until its sensational IPO listing this year, few outside of China had even heard of it. So what makes Jack Ma so successful? Perhaps it's his resilience. Ma was born in Hangzhou near Shanghai in 1964, the son of two professional ping-tang local opera dancers. This is a traditional form of Chinese storytelling and ballad singing. So it's not surprising then that performing comes naturally to him. He's self-motivated. Ma taught himself English as a teenager by cycling 40 minutes every day to the city centre to act as a free tour guide to foreigners. He even made that journey in the snow. As I said, buka sei, unbelievable, but this crazy man who tells other corporate CEOs to do crazy things is mission-driven. He's set out to make it easy for his customers to do business everywhere by helping small Chinese exporters, manufacturers and entrepreneurs to sell at home and sometimes internationally too. And his brand has done just that. The Alibaba Group has now grown into a multi-billion-dollar business. It runs e-commerce business-to-business services, web portals, an online currency and payment service called Alipay, and a shopping search engine. It's just added cloud computing services to this list. Today, Alibaba has three major sites. Alibaba, which is a business-to-business site, Tmall, a business-to-consumer site, and Taobao, a consumer-to-consumer site. It also has 7 other technology-related services that make up their commerce ecosystem. Together, Taobao, Tmall and one other, Zhuhaoxiao, a price comparison and coupon site, generate more than 80% of its revenues. Alibaba's Chief Operating Officer Daniel Zhang is to become its new CEO, replacing Jonathan Lu. Zhang faces challenges despite recent improvements. Alibaba's growth is still half of what it was 2 years ago, and gross merchandise volume is still at its lowest growth rate for nearly 3 years. Chinese regulators are pursuing Alibaba for allowing counterfeit goods on its sites. But Zhang is a key architect of the Singles Day's success story, and its fourth quarter earnings were higher than Wall Street's expectations. Its marketing teams are imaginative and driven. In 2009, to boost sales, it created Singles Day, which now has become the world's biggest online retail sales day. It compares with Cyber Monday in the US, the Monday after Thanksgiving, which is also marketed as a big online shopping day. What began in China in 1993 as a student-led anti-Valentine's Day at Nanjing University, where single people could buy things for themselves, has been transformed by Alibaba. The November 2014 Single Day pulled off a record in sales, a staggering $9.3 billion just in one day. To achieve this, nearly all 30,000 merchants on the internet retailer's platform offered discounts, and a few days later, 278 million packages were being distributed throughout China, and at places like this is a university campus just outside Shanghai, these packages today are being picked up by the students who made a lot of those acquisitions on Singles Day. And now there's talk of Alipay working with Apple Pay. The US is definitely in Alibaba's sights, in more ways than just one. Some even speculate that in the future there could be a marriage between Alibaba and eBay. From the dark of a thief's hidden cave to the magic of what could be stored in the cloud, Alibaba is an incredible brand story. Jack Ma is a living example of a person who's lived and contributed to the China dream and succeeded. He motivates others to aspire to and live that same dream, and in so doing, Alibaba is providing employment to many in China, particularly the young. Ma is a man who has done an incredible thing. He's created a brand that Silicon Valley is watching, and he may well rival it as well. Chinese consumers love Alibaba and him. Just like Alibaba's cave, this online shopping marketplace has treasures that others prize. But will he be able to keep its rivals at bay? And remember, in that fable story, Alibaba does win in the end.